Everybody, it's Pete from Crunch Time Coaching, and today we're going to talk about, will Roger Federer win the 2018 Wimbledon? I'm about to go make some videos. It's a little early in the morning, and I thought, you know what? I'll hop on live. I haven't done it in a while. I need to do it more, so I apologize. I haven't been doing many lives lately. This has been super busy. But I think that this year's Wimbledon is going to be very interesting because we did see Roger. He's playing in good form, but there's still some question marks because Roger did lose the other day to Cork. And what I want to know from you people out there is that a big deal? So as you come on, let me know what you think about Roger Federer's chances of winning the 2018 Wimbledon. I think it's a good thing. It's a nice it's a nice risk that he takes by skipping the French Open, skipping the whole clay court season. I think this is a good move. I like the way that Rafa Nadal does it for the clay, where he pretty much, whether it was by design or not, he skipped the hard court season and then he goes and he plays on the clay and he kicks butt. Roger Federer, he skips the clay, says he's feeling good even after his loss to Cork. He said, "Don't worry about that, fans. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fit. I'm ready to go." And as we know, when you get into Wimbledon, it's just like a whole other level of Fed, right? Because that's where he feels most at home, and you're going to have to win 3 sets off him, not just 2 sets. So you never know how that match would have turned out if it was played at Wimbledon. But I do think it raises a little bit of a question mark because I think before the tournament started, Federer looks off, especially if you watched the lead-up tournaments. Yeah, I would say that Federer, unlike Nadal, is not just smoking through the field. He's having some really, really tight matches where when Nadal played on clay, he just destroyed everybody. But you do have to, as Matt Bradshaw says from Coffee Break Tennis, there is a caveat to that. There is a caveat to that in that clay, it's a slower surface. It's a lot easier when you got on a roll to just steamroll somebody, where I think grass is always going to be a surface that you're going to win by a break or two. It's hard to blow someone off the court on grass because it's so fast. And if you're serving big, if you're hitting your first shot well, it's tough to break somebody. So, I don't think you can compare how Nadal went through everybody on the clay and expect Federer to do the same thing. But he looks very distracted the last few games. So there's some people out there saying that they think Fed looks a little distracted out there. So I do think it's interesting. What more than Federer being distracted or not being in good form? Not sure it's possible because a switch to the Nike deal. Is he going to switch the Nike deal? I don't think Federer is switching his Nike deal. At least he said he was not. He said those were rumors. Let me know if you have more information on that. But what I do want to talk about is that I do think that there's more legitimate horses in this year's field, where last year Djokovic was really battling the elbow. I think Djokovic is starting to get his form back. He got to the finals and lost to Cilic, which is another one we need to talk about, but he lost to Cilic in 3 tough sets. And when he lost at the French Open, I thought it was a very good sign because he came off that court and he was mad. He was hurt. He was near tears. He was not happy in that press conference because I think it was the first time that he felt, I have a legitimate chance to win this tournament. I think when he went into the French Open and he started to win those matches, he started to get those old feelings back, like, I am actually getting close. I'm actually winning matches now, and I think I can win. So when he lost, it really crushed him. It's because the RF Federer belongs to Nike. Possible switch. Is he going to switch? I hear this switch, but Roger acted like it's not a big deal. I predict. Let's take bets on this because I don't know if you guys see as people are commenting in. I predict Roger Federer will not switch. He will not leave Nike. I think he'd have to be crazy, and I think it's a bad omen. One of my favorite players growing up was McEnroe, and he used to wear the Sergio Tacchini. And when he switched to Nike, that was the end of his career. So Federer's had a great career with Nike. Don't switch now, Fed. I don't like that move. Don't switch to Uniqlo. I think that'd be a bad move. What do you think about Murray's chances? Yeah, so this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the other horses in there, okay? Because now it's kind of getting exciting. Wawrinka's back on the court. Murray just beat him, by the way, to win his first match. Murray's back on the court. That is super exciting. Is Murray ready to make a championship run? I don't think so, but it just adds more flavor to the tournament, more excitement. Djokovic, I think, is starting to become a factor. I think he's going to be a tough out. I'm not saying he's ready to win, but he's going to be tough to beat. Kyrgios, I hope this guy is healthy, and I hope he can keep his mind together. Did you guys see? By the way, comment below what you thought. There was a water bottle incident. I'm not going to reenact what Kyrgios did with the water bottle. You can look it up for yourself. But they said it was a lewd act, and he got fined $17,000 for it. And he's in the middle of the match against Cilic. He's in the finals, and he's doing this stupid stuff just to impress his buddy on the sidelines. He wasn't mad. He wasn't yelling at anybody. He was literally just playing like a little joke with his friend while he's in the finals of a tournament. And this is the whole, and he lost in 3 sets. He still had a good tournament. I mean, I think that's one of his biggest strengths and his weaknesses is the occasion just never seems to overwhelm him, but he never takes it as seriously as he should. He doesn't take his skills as seriously as he should. I would love to see Kyrgios make a deep run into this tournament, and I think he could be a very tough out. And then the man who beat him, Cilic. Cilic is very hungry. Will he win Wimbledon? No doubt about that. Cilic is the guy to watch. Okay, so we're getting that Cilic is the guy to watch. And I think you might be right because Cilic is looking very strong. He just won the tournament, and he said in the beginning of this year, I am here to win Grand Slams this year. I don't want to just get to the finals. I just don't want to have a good showing. I'm not satisfied with that. I'm dedicating this year to winning a Grand Slam. And if there's one tournament that he should hold the trophy at, it's Wimbledon. He's got the perfect game for that. He's a huge dude. He's got a big serve. He's got monster ground strokes, which in the past wasn't big on grass, but now the monster ground strokes are very important. I'm getting messages over here. I'm just going to ignore those. But anyway, I think it's a wide open field, and I think it's super exciting. And I still think that Federer, because of his variety, because of his confidence, he is the guy to beat. If I had to put my money on it, I would put Federer, but I don't think last year, let's face it, he had a walk in the park. Okay. By the way, if you're watching this and you're giving me some thumbs up, I really, really appreciate this. And if you're hearing my Skype going off, that's my web developer who's messaging me like crazy. But I'm happy to spend this little time with you before I go on the court. I'm about to go on the court here in a couple of minutes, but I just wanted to reach out and see what you think of this year's Wimbledon. I think it's going to be super exciting. I'll try and be more regular coming on the live streams, and we'll follow all the players together. So just before I leave, here's my final thoughts. I'm super excited Murray's back. I don't think Murray has a chance. I think it's too much to ask. As much as he's been through, I watched him play. He's moving good, but he's not moving great. And that's one of Murray's biggest strengths. And he's not moving great. He's just moving good. And I think he needs a lot more tennis under his belt before he wins a major. I think Djokovic, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go deep. And if he really, really feels it, he could do well. We haven't mentioned Nadal yet, and I'm really sorry that I haven't mentioned Nadal because Nadal, let's face it, Nadal is #1 in the world. He's having an incredible year. He dominated on the clay, but he's having this pattern lately of killing it on the clay and losing early at Wimbledon. So here's my thing for Nadal. If Nadal gets through the first week, he could win it all. But if Nadal loses in the first week, don't be surprised because it seems like that jump from clay to grass, it's getting harder and harder for him to deal with a different timing. Plus, he's getting more and more comfortable with standing way back. Remember when he won Wimbledon, he was really challenging himself to stand really close to the baseline and return. Now he's getting more and more comfortable with like being back towards the fence, and it worked for him at the U.S. Open, and it worked for him big time at the French Open. I don't know if he's ready to make such a big change where he's going to have to move up basically 10 feet in the court to start returning serve if he's going to win. He can't win Wimbledon staying back at the gate. I just don't think he can do that. If he could, that would be super impressive. And also disappointing because that would mean a serve volleyer didn't take advantage of him staying way back there. Thanks so much, guys, for your comments and your likes. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe to our Crunch Time coaching channel. We're all about tennis instruction. Also, check out Matt Bradshaw's Coffee Break Tennis, which is the best tennis talk show out there. Nadal could reach into the second week of the tournament. Yeah, if Nadal picks up in the second week, guys, watch out for him. So the ones to watch, I think the serious ones to watch for me are Federer, obviously. He's the lead guy, and I predict him to win. Number 2, I'm going with Cilic. Number 3, I'm going with Kyrgios. And number 4, I'm going with Djokovic. Those are my top 4 people to watch. Let me know if you think I'm missing anyone. Is there anyone that I'm missing out there, guys? Should I put another name in the hat? And I'm going to say Nadal. If Nadal gets into, help give him a number 5 because he could lose in the first round and he could win it all. If Nadal gets through the first week, watch out. Because Nadal, the more he goes into a tournament, he gets more and more confidence. So that's it. I've got to go teach. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and we'll see you on future videos. I'm going to figure out how to turn this thing off, which I don't know. I don't know how to turn this thing off. All right, I think I just did.